wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down. Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Quizmas sub.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
The weather outside is frightful.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down. Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
It Quizmas. Mer Quizmas.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Pride Koala.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oompa-doo down.
Hell yeah baby, 5 years of my goddamn life right there.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oompa-doo down.
Not far behind Ya Clive, 55 months. Wowzers. I dread to think how many Twitch babies and gift subs I've given out across the communities since 2019. Been a great ride and look forward to more in 2025 and beyond.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oompa-doo down.
Much further behind those two, but you get the idea.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oompa-doo down. Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oompa-doo down.
Happy Quizmas to all.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oompa-doo down.
Great to have you back. Looking forward to the quiz. Holy shoot. Gifted out over 1,000 subs across quiz night and game night. Yikes.
Ding dong merrily on high, it's Quizmas time at game night. Hosts are here to mystify with prizes full of delight. Gloria, let's test our festive knowledge. Let's test our festive knowledge. Topologian of the show, we wonder what he's playing. Let us test out what you know. We hear Lord Bash exclaiming, Gloria, let's test our festive knowledge. Let's test our festive knowledge. Royal shuffles into frame, the same time every season. Time to play your favorite game. It's Christmas, that's the reason. Gloria, let's test our festive knowledge. Gloria, let's test our festive knowledge.
Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Thursday the 5th of December and Quizmas 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, and here is a message from our sponsor, Sooty Cat.
So here it is, Merry Quizmas. Everybody's having fun. Look to the future now. It's only just begun.
Indeed it has. Thank you very much for the 6-month subscription there, Sooty Cat. And here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Good evening at QUIZMASSSSS. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Ben Ding Dong Merry on Quizmas 10 out of 10. Singing as always, Ben.
Thank you very much, Dan. Thank you for the 43-month subscription. What I probably should have done is done the intro into the song, and then I could have put the camera up. I think that was the plan, and I got confused. And unfortunately, this, yes, Christmas jumper, it's a bit green, so at times I will be slightly corporeal. Hopefully that's fine. Here's a message from our sponsor, Lewis T1.
Hope this makes up for me accusing you of being in the Young Conservative earlier in the week. Also, Merry Quizmas,
yeah.
And I hope you come round to titular over eponymous eventually.
We can but hope it is Christmas, the season of miracles. Thank you, Lewis, for the 100 bits. Did you accuse me of being in the Young Tories early in the week? And I'm neither young nor a Tory. But thank you for the 100 bits. And if you did accuse me of that, well, I forgive you, because it's Christmas and it's what we do. I've got the tree up. The studio's a bit barren, but I managed to finagle a Christmas tree just in the 20 minutes before the stream started. Here's a message from our sponsor, JR.
Fro Lake Cursed Feast.
And with thy spirit. Thank you for the 100 bits there, JR. I've got a lot of messages to catch up on because there was a lot that came in there. Matt the Ref, thank you for the 100 bits. Stimson's Angle, thank you for the 27 months. JR for the 100... no, that's cashing in pennies. BC, thank you for the 19 months. Oni for the 48 months. Joe, thank you for the 16 months. Matt the Ref, thank you for 55 months. Clive of Legend, thank you for 60 months. 5 years, holy cow. Dragon, thank you for the 20 29 months, Arden Fetz for the 21 months, Cola for the 51 months, Lupine for the 52 months, hashtag V for the 11 months, Pyro for the 40 months. Goodness me, what generosity. Thank you all so much. Quizmas has only just begun, gang. Your generosity is unbounding. Thank you very much. Although I appreciate if you're on a auto resubscription, it might be you're just catching up because I've been away for 2 weeks. How have you all been? It's great to be back. It's been a very busy couple of weeks with one thing and another, but I'm back for the final run-up to Christmas, as we do every year on Game Night, Quiz Night, and as of last year, Topper's Quizzical Evening, although it has a different name now. But myself, Ash and Topper, for the last few years have done Quizmas in the build-up to the season. How it works, for those of you who are new, or those of you who want to recap, there's 16 games over the next, 16 streams, I guess. I'm doing one per game. I think the other guys are as well. Some of them might actually have 2 games on one stream this year. But each of the 16 games of Quizmas is a bit of a mystery. It's not published as to what they're going to be, and they're behind one of each of these advent calendar doors. And we'll reveal them on the night. And some of the shows that we'll be playing might have some festive trivia associated with them. And more importantly, though, there is a prize associated with each. This year, as I mentioned in the Discord server, we've decided just to normalise the prize bracket rather than having one game worth like 25 quid and one worth 10 and so on. We just normalised it across the board. There might be some spot prizes across the way to be confirmed. But I think what we've just said is we're going to have a £10 grab bag or £10 selection box or £10 stocking filler of your choice, which will probably be, I think, is either PayPal, Amazon or Steam. So if you win a game, you get a £10 gift token of your choice, courtesy of the host. And as it is the season of giving and spreading the love, it will be limited to one winner per game for the entire gamut. So if you win a game on mine and then you go and win one on Toppers on Sunday, then it gets deferred down towards second place. So as the season goes on, if we get repeat winners, then it just means prizes are spread a little bit more evenly. So that's how it works for those of you who haven't been here before. It's the same quiz that you know and love, with maybe a little bit of a festive spin on some of the trivia and a bit of mystery at the front end with the advent calendar. And I normally record songs, as you've just heard, my arrangement of Ding Dong Merrily on High, which was not written by ChatGPT. I tried to get ChatGPT to write it this year, and it did a rubbish job. So I decided I'll just write it myself. It'll be much better. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, SJ and JR, Topper and Matt, Shapes and AB Me, Stilgart and Jerry, hashtag V and Lewis, Mark and Dragon, Arden Fetz and Pyro, Toot and Jogging, Lupine and Dan, Clive and Ape. Good evening, Shadowmane and Riasu, Fluffy Bunny and Citus and Joe and BC. Good evening, Mr. Vertigo and Vixen, Suyu and Silent Marie, Not a Cat and Oni, Flyboy and Stimpson's Angle, Prey and Samster and Poker and Danny, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You're most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me after my 2 weeks away. As I said, it's been a very busy time, and I hope everyone had fun at QNL last weekend. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there. I was in Salford on the Saturday and then driving, and then I had a gig on Sunday. So it's just been a nutty time. It's been really, really mad, as is often the case at this time of year. But I caught some of the VOD, and it looks like a lot of fun was had. So thank you to Ash for putting all that on, and of course all the team that was behind that as well. I know Ash is sort of on a recovery week this week, which is why he didn't start Quizmas yesterday. He's going to be back next week with the start of his Quizmas stuff on Wednesday and Friday. Topper, of course, is going to be here on Sunday, and I'm here Thursdays and Saturdays for the duration up until Christmas itself, when I think we're all taking a bit of a break. I'm certainly taking, I think Topper's only taking a week off. I'm taking at least 2 or 3. Yeah. Anyway, get your raid messages coming in. Proceed and message in the text chat with a hashtag. And then I'll pick my favourite later on. And we'll raid someone, and I'll give you 100 pennies as well. It's time for some quiz. Thank you to 8 Minky for a wonderful pack of Battlefront to start us off, and thank you to Lewis for proofing. Really good stuff, and congratulations to Oni. That was not a Quizmas game, so no prize attached, but you do, of course, get the coveted gold medal of Battlefront. So very well done, Oni. A good battle between you and Shapes at the end there. So we're starting off with our first game of Quizmas. It has been penned by Zeus. So for the first game of Quizmas, my Zeusless gave to me. We'll find out as we open the first door of our advent calendar and find out what we're going to be playing. Make your predictions now, 30-second predictions, because I'm aware I could waffle quite a lot at the beginning. I've done that already. But get your predictions in. What do you think the first game of Quizmas is going to be? It's not Battlefront, Abe. It'd be good to do Battlefront again, wouldn't it? He's going to lag. I predicted it's not. So we've got Abyss, Red Herring, Cryptex, breaking contract and doing blockbusters. Wouldn't that be good? More Red Herring, surprise game, Purge, Cryptex, Showdown. Oh, return of Showdown, maybe. Not Spacey Fall. Well, let's find out. No deal. Could be good, yeah. Well, there's only one prize. You get into the hot seat, you win, and the rest is just for lulz. Well, let's find out as we open the first door of our Quizmas 2024 Advent Calendar. Tonight, our first game, the first game of Quizmas, is... It's Distinction! Distinction is up first as written by Zeus. And it's felt appropriate because Zeus sort of has established himself a little bit as the undisputed champion of this game. Well, he's not completely undisputed because he's not won the last couple, but there was a time he won about 5 of them in a row, I think. Yeah, Distinction. It's like Christmas came early. A nice fun one to start off this Quizmas run. Sooty Cat, welcome to the stream. So yes, you will need the universal controller for this, which you can go get right there. Yeah, good, nice, fun opener for the Quizmas number 1. And as I said, there is a £10 equivalent prize for this, PayPal, Steam or Amazon, up for grabs for the gold medalist, the winner of this game. So I hope you all are ready to play, got your apps ready, and we'll get on with the quiz. I'm going to open the next bottle of wine. I've run out of white wine, but I've got a nice bottle of red wine just sat there staring at, in fact literally staring at me, because it's the 19 Crimes one, which has got a man with a face on it. Yes, I'm going to go and get the game loaded up, and then we'll get on with the first game of Quizmas. It's Distinction. See you in a sec. It's Distinction! We'll do the pan. And we'll go to there. It's normally where I say good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. But yeah, I've already said that. So, Nata, thank you for the, what was it, 17-month subscription. And the colourful TTS message. I'm surprised TTS actually read that, but thank you all the same. Welcome on in. It's Distinction, everybody. So come and join the game. It's been penned by Zeus. And, yeah, come and take your seats in the Distinction studio. I have to say this pack is not overly festive, but that's fine because we can get a bit festived out by the end of if everything was. I think in the first year we did it, all of the trivia was pretty much festive. So yeah, it's good to pace ourselves. So this one slightly less festive, but no less excellent. Really lovely stuff from Zeus. So do come and take your seats if you'd like to come and play. Remember, £10 equivalent, PayPal or Steam or Amazon, is up for grabs for the winner of this game. Silver Electron, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. And quite a few raid messages coming in already. The Ghosts of Wine's Past, K9 Combat, Merry Christmas with Ben Ding Dong, neither young nor a Tory. I kind of like that. Not knowing things is fun. Let It Snow, I like that one. And on the first day of Quizmas, Ben gives unto all of us. Oh yeah, I can highlight these now, as long as I don't shift click them. I've got a couple highlighting it. I forgot that's a thing I can do with the new controller. Very fun. Goodness me, there's a lot of you in here. Which screen should I look at? I've only got Distinction on in 3 places. It's small in all of them. Oh, fuck. What did I press? Did I press a space bar? It's fine, everything is fine. Everything is alright. Right, how many have we got? Oh, here comes Amy. Welcome, Amy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. going to count you. Big jump there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on the front row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the next. That's 25. 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. 34. That's a good start. This game has got sort of any time entry. You can only join in between the rounds. So I'll give you another minute or so to come and join. And then we're going to get the game underway. I'm going to bring the other Stream Deck over to myself so I can actually progress the gameplay. That would be good. This one's overlays, and then this one is game. Cheers. Merry Quizmas, everybody. Ape Minky makes it 35. Welcome on in, Ape. Yeah, Merry Quizmas to you all. I hope you're all keeping well. Amy, welcome to the stream. I hope you've had a good time the last couple of weeks. I know I'm slightly flying through things tonight, which is probably a good thing in fairness. But it's really great to be back and everything. It's like riding a bike. I've just sort of come back to it. There is someone who hasn't come to say hi yet, which surprises me, actually. I'm not going to tempt fate, because otherwise he'll just be a nuisance. But he's on the bed at the moment. Yeah. He'll, I dare say he'll make his presence known a little bit later on. So for now, he's peeping on the bed. It's a new thing. I put him in the bedroom. I'll leave the door open, so if he wants to come and say hi, he can do. But yeah, otherwise he's just getting too needy. Mind you, while I was away, I left the bedroom door open on purpose because I turned all the heating off. And then left the bedroom door open so the cats could go and sleep on the bed because the dog wasn't here. Dog went to my ex's, but... so the cats had taken to settling on the bed because the rest of the place was a bit cold. And now I've closed it again, and they're very sad that they've had to go back to the kitchen. But there we go, that's the way it is. Right, I think that's long enough. Peeping on the bed. Yeah, pleeping with an L. He pleep. Right, you all ready? Quite a few of you in. 36, 37 maybe 38, which is a goodly number. £10 up for grabs. This is Distinction, as written by Zeusless. Let's play! And classic Distinction opener, 3 boards of 10 up here. First player to uncover any of the answers up there gets 20 points for it. If you subsequently say the answer within 5 seconds of the first player, then you get a little some pity points, 5 points, 5 pity points. There's one bonus on each board, which is worth 30 points if you can find it. And you've got to give me, or you can give me up to 3 answers, and you've got 60 seconds to do it. And those answers can come from anywhere. They could come all from the same board, or 1 from each, or 2 from one from another. It's entirely up to you. But remember, only the first person to find the answer is going to get points for it. Or the big points. And once you give me 3, you won't be able to give me any more. So, hopefully that all makes sense. Keep pressing and guessing is the name of the game. And you never know. You could get lucky. But yes, Fast and Furious is what it's all about. Good luck to you all. And in this first round, we are looking for the 10 UK cities most recently granted UK city status, the first 10 singles released in the USA by Britney Spears, and the first names of Jeopardy US contestants with longest consecutive win streaks. And there are 2 bonuses going out very quickly on the middle and left board. Still a bonus over on the right-hand side. Goodness me, you're doing well. Okay, coming up to 30 seconds left. 1 answer left in the middle, 2 on the left, and 4 on the right. 3 on the right. So 3 Jeopardy contestants still to find. And that's cleared the city boards. Very well done there. I thought that one was going to be hard. You've done very well. 3 answers to go. 15 seconds. Can you find them? There's 1 of them. 2 more. 1 on the middle, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the right. Go on. 5 seconds if you're fast. And that's time up. Oh, we just missed out. And we missed the last bonus. That bonus over on the right-hand side, we've not got it. But you've done jolly well there. 28 out of 30 is a sterling effort. Did you not get my home city? I thought those cities were really hard, personally. But you've proved me wrong. Shows what I know. Let's reveal the wrong answers. It was Ryan. Ryan was the missing Jeopardy contestant. Ryan Long, 16 games in 2022. And From the Bottom of My Broken Heart, December 14th, 1999 was the Britney Spears single that we missed. There was UK cities, Bangor, Dunfermline, Wrexham, Southend-on-Sea, Colchester and Milton Keynes and Doncaster all became cities in 2022. Perth, St Asaph and Chelmsford all in 2012. The Britney Spears singles are in release order from the first in September 1998, Hit Me Baby One More Time, up to September 25th, 2001, I'm a Slave for You. And then just to go through the Jeopardy names, Ken Jennings, 74 games in 2004. Amy Schneider, 40 games in 2022. Matt Amodio, 38 games in 2021. James Holhauser, 32 games in 2019. Matteo Roach, 23 games in 2022. Chris Panula, 21 games in 2022. Julia Collins, 20 games in 2014. Jason Zuffreneri, 19 games in 2019. David Madden, 19 games in 2005. And Ryan Long, 16 games in 2022. Apparently so, Mr. Vertigo. Yeah. So that's the way it goes. Anyway, very well done. You've all done very well. Let's go and check the VR headset of news and see what the scores are at the end of round one. So, a couple of players yet to score. But still plenty of time, plenty of rounds, plenty of questions to go. Oh yeah, I've got to press the button now, haven't I? And nice to see we're getting full boards. Here's the first set of points coming in. Vixen, Suyu and Pyro all getting themselves 5 points there, enjoying 20th. Puzzle Tinsel, Amy, Matt, Fetz, Claire also getting 5 points. Swedish Fartbox has 15, so 3 last-minute answers. Very well done there, Ernie. Sidesin, Silver Electron, Shadowmane, Jogging Joe, Jerry Erismus all getting 20. Clive and AB Me also getting 20. BC getting 30. Vertigo Shapes and Ralph picking up 40 and into our top 6. Ape also getting 40. Mark and Inka on 45. Toot and I'm Trying It are on 50. And Cola currently with the lead. If you discount the bonuses, that is a maximum score for the round. Cola with the lead on 60 points. So only 2 missing answers so far. You've done terribly well, but still plenty of time to get some points. Anybody wanting to come and join the game, now is your opportunity to do that. I'll give you about a minute before we move on. No more raid messages have come in yet, so do keep them coming in. And yeah, we'll pick my favourite later on. HTRK is the room code if you want to come and play. And yeah, I need some more lights and stuff, but I need some time to either find some decent assets or do some modelling to make them sparkle and things. But the tree it's a bit crap actually, but it does the job. And yeah, this jumper is very much it's very much you can see through it, making me slightly corporeal, which is, I think, very funny. I've got 2 other Christmas jumpers, neither of which have green on them, I don't think. One of them's got a little bit of green. I'm planning on buying another one though. I keep putting it off, but I will do that at some point. Right, I think that's long enough. Shall we play on round 2? Okay, 3 boards in round 2. This time we're going to get them one at a time, and the objective here is to give me the rarest answer. That is the answer you think fewest of your quizzing colleagues are going to say. The fewer people who say any of the correct answers, the more points it's worth. So 6 answers on this board, and it will be an exhaustive list. So if you say an answer that is correct, it will be on the board. If you're really struggling, maybe go for one of the more obvious ones, or one of the you think might be the most obvious. But remember, the obvious ones are possibly going to be worth fewer points. The rarest answer on this board will pick up 60 points for each player who says it, then 50 points, then 40, all the way down to 10 for the most common. Of course, no points if you give me a wrong answer along the way. So, 6 answers on this board, and 30 seconds to give me exactly one. You're only giving me one, so have a little think. 30 seconds to get it in. And we are looking for sports in which Team GB won 5 or more medals at the 2024 Paris Summer Olympics. "15 seconds. And there's an answer from everyone. Lovely to see. And there's the final whistle. Let's take a little look, first of all, at any wrong answers that came in. There were a couple, and I don't think I can condone them. So I'm going to check with my list. I don't think there's anything there that I condone from those that came in. No, unfortunately not. So those wrong answers: gymnastics, skateboarding, and climbing. I'm afraid all of those are incorrect. So everyone else, very well done. You're going to get some points. Let's see if you covered all 6 answers. And, oh, my goodness gracious me. Yes, you have covered all 6 answers. So everyone is going to get some points, and we are going to reveal all answers. So still only 2 answers that haven't been found so far this game. Going in reverse order then. So starting with the most popular answer, 11 players going for this answer. Curiously enough, this is also the number of medals that were won in this sport. Each of these 11 players getting 10 points for cycling. So 11 medals for cycling. In the Paris Olympics. Topper, I'm trying it, Ralph Pyro Vixen, Sinterklaas, Prey, Silver Electron, Claire Jogging, and Swedish Fartbox, all saying cycling. So the parentheses are the number of medals, and then the square brackets is the number of points. Right, we've then got a 3-way tie. Okay, so 5 players each saying the next answers. And each going to get 40 points. And again, very curious, 2 of these answers, there were also 5 medals won. Let's take a look at them. 40 points for athletics. Stimpson's Angle, Jerry, Cola, Inca, and Mark. Athletics, 10 medals won in athletics. 40 points also going out for the 5 people who said equestrian. Rias, Fett, Toot, Amy, and Silent Marine, all getting 40 points for equestrian. We won 5 medals in equestrian. And Zeus was feeling charitable and included dressage in equestrian, even though it's technically a different event. It's Quizmas. So Zeus made the decision that we'd accept dressage if you said that. It was condoned as equestrian. And also 40 points for the 5 players who said swimming. AB Me, Suyu, Flyboy, Alistair, and Ape all saying swimming. 5 medals won in swimming event. Very well done to you. 15, 40 points each. On to the next one then. Just 4 players going for this for 50 points each. 8 medals won in rowing. Vertigo, SJ, BC, and Shapes all saying rowing. Very well done, picking up 50 points. Which means Citus and Clive and Shadowmane, you're going to get maximum points. Just 3 players getting 60 points for diving. 5 medals were won in diving. So those are all the events in which Team GB got 5 or more medals. The number of medals in the circular brackets, the parentheses, and the number of points that you got for it in the square brackets. Hopefully that makes sense. Very well done if you did get some points. Let's clear that board and go on to the next one. Yeah, we got a lot of silvers and bronzes. not so many golds. We've got a few golds. Right, next one, hopefully a little bit easier. Most players getting points there, but I think this one's a bit easier, but that's me. It is also slightly topical at the moment, given potentially something that is in popular culture at the moment. Nato, welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at the next board. Top 5 answers in this, only giving me 1, and you're looking for the rarest. Your question: tell me any of the 5 characters who were off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz in the 1939 film. Vertigo, BC, Silent Marine. Vertigo. And out of time, I'm afraid, so you're not going to get any points. Most players coming in green there. There was 1 wrong answer that unfortunately I'm not going to be able to condone. It's very close. But robot is not one of them, I'm afraid. So bad luck on that, Suyu. He looks a bit like a robot, but he's not. It's topical questions because, of course, we just had the release of Wicked Part 1 at cinemas, or just about to have it released, not sure. Right, let's take a look and see if you covered all 5 answers. Answers out of the chat until we've revealed them. Nata, come on, you know the rules. Let's take a look. You have covered all 5 answers. Let's go through. This is really interesting. The one that I thought would probably be the rarest, but maybe people are going, well, I know 4. There's 4. Who's the 5th? Who's the 5th one? Must be that one. No one's going to think of that. Unfortunately, if you did think that, 10 other people did, and getting 10 points. For Toto the Dog, Stimpson's Angle, Pyro, Cytosin, Sinterklaas, Fetch, Shadowmane, Silver Electron, Claire, Mark Shapes, and Swedish Fartbox, all getting 10 points. For Toto, yes, he was the 5th character. The other 4 perhaps a little more obvious. But we've got a tie for the next one. 7 players each going for the Cowardly Lion, AB Me, Rias, SJ, Vixen, Puzzle Tinsel, Matt, and Alistair, getting 30 points. And also 7 people going for the answer that Suyu was looking for. The Tin Man, Topper Factor Ralph, Jerry, Prey, Clive, Toot, and Jogging also getting 30 points for the Tin Man. Well done there. On to the next one. The protagonist of the story, 6 players going for this for 40 points, is Dorothy. I'm trying it, BC. Joe, Amy, Ape, and Silent Marine all saying Dorothy for 40 points. And just 3 players going for the Scarecrow, Cola, Inca, and Flyboy, each picking up 50 points. Very well done there. All answers covered once again. Let's clear that board. And we'll go to my favourite question of the pack, and the one I think is the easiest of the 3. But again, what do I know? Looking for the rarest answer. 5 answers on the board. 30 seconds to give me exactly one. And I'd like to know people who currently hold the UK Great Offices of State plus the Deputy Prime Minister. Which is not technically a Great Office of State, but it's in the same club. We're after people who hold the position, not the positions themselves. Three seconds. And that is time up. A few more reds coming in on this one. Let's take a look at the wrong answers. A couple of no answers at the top. Robert J. UK Deputy Prime Minister from Jerry Harris is still overflowing the mesh. I think the min size must be too big still. Lisa Nandy, not currently a member, one of the 4 great officers of state. Just to clarify, the 4 great officers of state plus Deputy Prime Minister are Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, Home Secretary, Foreign Secretary, and Chancellor of the Exchequer. Lisa Nandy is not one of those, neither is Harriet Harman. She's no longer an MP, I don't think, anymore. Harriet Harman retired at the last election. Wes Streeting is the Health Secretary, not the... I think Lisa Nandy is Culture Secretary, I want to say. Wes Streeting is the Health Secretary, not one of the great officers of state. Sunak is not the Prime Minister anymore. We've had a change of government, thank Christ. Puzzle Tinsel, Jess Phillips, good answer, but not one of the 4 great officers of state. I think she had a bit of a falling out with Sir Keir Starmer. I think, is she Women's Minister, Women's and Equalities Minister at the moment? Not one of the 4 great officers. Matt Chancellor is one of the 4 great officers, but we were after the people who occupy the position. Sunak, again, no longer in government. Harold Macmillan hasn't been in government for a while. And likewise, Johnson, thank God, has not been in government for a while. So all of those wrong answers, I'm afraid. Let's see if you covered all 5 of them. You've just understood the question. Well, that's good. Better late than never, Joe. Let's take a look and see if you covered all 5 answers. You did, and it's gone about the way I expected it to be honest. So first of all, 8 players getting 10 points for the current Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, ABME, Rias, SJ, Silver Electron, Mark, Alistair, Ape, and Silent Marine. Yes, Sir Keir Starmer is the current Prime Minister. Then 6 players, each getting 20 points for Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Stimpson's Angle, Ralph, Shadowmain, Claire, Jogging, and Swedish Fartbox, all saying Rachel Reeves for 20 points. Yes, the first female Chancellor of the Exchequer as well. We then got a tie, 4 players each getting 40 points for David Lammy, I'm trying it, Citizen Toot and Shapes, current Foreign Secretary, and also 4 players getting 40 points for Angela Rayner, Topper Factor, Pyro Prey, and Cola, current Deputy Prime Minister. This is the answer I thought would be the rarest, and I've been proven right. Just 2 people getting 50 points, Vixen and Inca. Very well done for Yvette Cooper, the current Home Secretary. Well, you've done jolly well there. Lots of points going out. And that is the end of the board and the end of round 2. So let's go to the VR headset of news and see what the lie of the land is with the scores. Everyone's off the mark, which is great to see. Sintercloud says 20. Puzzle, Tinsel and Matt on 35. Suyu and Claire are 45. Silver Electron has 50. Swedish Fartbox and Fetz are on 55. Joe's got 60. Pyro's on 65. Stimpson's Angle's on 70. Jogging is on 80. Topper and Rias and Prey and Alistair are also on 80. Amy's got 85. Vertigo's got 90. Jerry and SJ and Silent Marine and Flyboy also have 90. Vixen's got 95. Ralph is on 100, as is ABME. Mark's on 105. Shadowmain and Clive on 110. BC on 120. Ape on 130. Tied with someone. Let's get into the top 6. Sightsin has 130. I'm trying it in Shapes on 140. And our top 3, Toot on 160. Inca on 185. But still with the lead with 190. It's Cola. My, Cola with the lead with 1 round before the final. Can he hang on to it? Remember, gold medalist gets the Quizmas prize. And of course, the top 3 players at the end of this next round will be our 3 finalists. And by default, will be our gold, silver, and bronze medalists. But it's not a done deal until the end of the final round. Opportunity to refresh devices if you're having issues. I see Mr. Vertigo's just had a device refresh at this point. Anyone else who wants to come join the game, now is an opportunity to do that before we get into round number 3. Double points, or double what round 1 was anyway. So very exciting, lots of opportunities. And I'm looking at these thinking this could be really fun. I'm looking at the 3rd board and thinking that could be where some people could do very, very well, but others might struggle. I don't know. But I thought that the first board in round 1 was the hardest, and that was the first one you cleared. And I think the 3rd board in round 3 is the hardest. So maybe that will be the first one you clear. We'll wait and see. In fact, we'll see right now as we get into round 3. Very similar setup to round number 1, 3 boards, each with 10 answers, so classic distinction today. The difference between round 1 and round 3, apart from the scoring, is that in round 3, these are not necessarily exhaustive lists. So in round 1, you would have had exactly 10 answers. In this one, there may be more than 10 correct answers, but you've got to fit in with exactly what Zeus has decided goes on these boards. First answerer scores 40 points, and subsequent answerers will get the 5 pity points if you submit within 5 seconds of the first player to do so, or the logic does that automatically, but there is a 5-second delay before the answer is revealed. That will signify once you can see the answer, you won't get any points for it. There's 1 bonus on each board again, and it's worth 60 points, so potentially 180 points up for grabs if you can find all 3 bonuses. We didn't find the right-hand bonus in round 1. Let's see if we can do it this time. As before, you can give me up to 3 answers, and you've got 60 seconds to do it. Your answers can come from any board, so all from the same, 1 from each, or 2 from one and 1 from another. It's entirely up to you. So 60 seconds, fingers at the ready. Very best of luck to you all. I would like to know: dog breeds have won Croft's Best in Show award since 2000, TV shows hosted or co-hosted by Stephen Mulhern, and bingo calls for numbers under 25. There's a bonus. There's another bonus. 1 bonus to find, and it's in the middle. Well, TV shows hosted by Stephen Mulhern. Could be bloody any of them. And that's the 3rd bonus. All the bonuses are accounted for. 30 seconds coming up. Stephen Mulhern is nearly exhausted. You've got 5 on the right. You've got 5 on the left to find. 2 in the middle. Any more for any more? Under 30 seconds now. Keep pressing and guessing. There's a few more coming in now. Last 10 seconds coming up. There's another couple. 5 seconds. Time for 1 more if you're fast. And 3, 2, 1. And that is the final whistle. Those grace time answers coming in as your confetti floats to the top of the studio. We'll look forward to getting that down with the broom later on. Well, I have to say, you've done very well there. You've done jolly well, in fact. And pretty evenly spread. 2 answers missing from each board and uncovering all 3 bonuses. Jogging, Oni, and... who's that on the right who found legs 11? That was the first answer to be found, wasn't it? That's Fetz over on the right-hand side finding that bonus. So all bonuses uncovered and just 6 answers to reveal. No, clickety-click isn't under 25, Natter, which is what the question was after. It's RTFQ. Less than 25. Clickety-click is more than 25, so therefore wouldn't be an answer. And Zeus has also noted here that he's avoided all of the creepy, outdated ones, which I perhaps should have said at the beginning. But let's go through these missing answers. First of all, on the dogs, Lhasa Apso and Scottish Terrier. Now, I've got a note here that there are too many terriers have won Best in Show to allow Terrier as an alt. So if you did say Terrier... if you did say Terrier, it wouldn't have counted because there's been a Scottish Terrier and a Yorkshire Terrier and a fucking Jupiter Terrier. Have all, they've all won Best in Show because there's a load of different terriers. Lhasa Apso is the other one. I have to say it's not one I've heard of. Giant Schnauzer, we also allowed Schnauzer as an alt. For American Cocker Spaniel, we did allow Cocker Spaniel, as there's only been English and American, and it was deemed those were similar enough that we would allow any Cocker Spaniel there. But Spaniel on its own wouldn't have been allowed. And also, same with Wirehead Dachshund, we allowed Dachshund as an alt because there's only 3 types of Dachshund. So Dachshund, we decided, was allowed, unlike Terrier, where there's a billion. The missing answers on Stephen Mulhern, the big quiz and reality bites. The big quiz is the soap opera one, I think, isn't it? Is that the one, Emmerdale versus Corrie, I think, where it's all on... I should know, I think this is one of ours. I think I did this last year. I can't remember. But I think that's the one with Stephen Mulhern. Someone who knows more about quiz than me will be able to confirm. It sounds about right. But yes, all the other ones very well accounted for. And the missing answers on the bingo board, Valentine's Day is number 14, and Score, who I've not seen tonight, but I'm sure he's around somewhere. That's 20. The other ones going in numerical order from the top to the bottom. One Little Duck is 2, Cup of Tea is 3, Man Alive is 5, Doctor's Orders is 9, Legs 11, of course, is 11, Unlucky for Some is 13, Dancing Queen 17, and 2 Dozen 22. So very well done if you managed to get some points out of that. Those are the answers. Let's go to the VR headset of news and check out the scores coming into the final. So, Sinterklaas on 20, Puzzle Tinsel on 35, Silver Electron and CU on 50, Stimson's Angle on 70, Joe on 75. Don't know, Arden Fett, couldn't tell you. Matt's got 75 as well, Alice is on 80, Topper and Rias and Prey and Claire are all on 85. SJ and Flyboy on 90, Vixen, Jerry and Silent Marine on 95, Pyro's got 105. Clive has 110, Shadow and Fet's on 115, Sightsin and Vertigo on 130, AB Me's on 140, along with Jogging, Ralph has 145, Swedish Fartbox on 160, BC and Amy on 165, Ape on 175. Let's get into our top 6 and see who our finalists tonight are. Shapes is 185, Cola drops to 5th with 190, Sam just missing out on 220. And our top 3, our finalists tonight, Mark on 225, Toot on 240, and Inca on 265. Very well done, you 3. You are our distinction finalists tonight. Remember, there is still a lobby medal available, so keep playing, because lobby medal up for grabs. But gold, silver, and bronze will be Inca, Toot, and Mark, not necessarily in that order, but one of them will be our gold medalist and win that special Quizmas prize. But it's Inca with the lead, 265 at the end of round 3. So, Inca, Toot, and Mark are 3 finalists in distinction tonight. One of them is going to become our first Quizmas champion. But, it's really interesting looking at this, because it sort of feels inherently like, I feel like, looking at this, I think it's probably Inca's is probably, it's more in his zone. I don't think it fits anyone perfectly. I'll tell you who it would fit perfectly in a minute, but it's probably best matched to Inca, but geographically, it's probably best matched to Mark. And then there's Toot, who wins a lot. So this is going to be a really interesting final, and I'm very interested to see where it's going. I'll tell you more about it in just a minute, but for now, let's pop you on your podiums as we go to the distinction final. Could possibly guess the topic based on that, maybe. Well, here we have Inca, Toot, and Mark. Inca on 265, Toot on 240, Mark on 225. 25 points separating Inca and Toot, and 15 points separating Toot and Mark. So, could still be anybody's game. Because in the final, I'm going to give 1 minute to all the other players that aren't Inca, Toot, and Mark to name as many of the category that I'm about to present as they can. They can name up to 5 of them, and as before, the rarer the answer, the more point it is worth. Okay, so my advice is always in the first 30 seconds, try and think of the rarest ones, and then in the last 30 seconds, if you've still got gaps, that's when you want to go for the more obvious ones, because whilst they're worth fewer points rather, it's still points, and it's better to have 5, even if a couple of them are only worth 5 or 10 points. So pressing and guessing, 60 seconds to name as many as you can. After that, I'm going to go down the line, left to right and then right to left, and our players have got to try and avoid the answers that the players said in the lobby game. For every player who said an answer that they give, they will lose 5 points from their total. And at the end of 2 passes, the player who's got the highest score will be the gold medalist, and then silver, and then bronze. In the event of a tie, it will go on a countback, so Inca will have advantage over Toot, who will have advantage over Mark if we have a tie. If they give me a wrong answer, then they will lose the maximum of 100 points from their total. And if they give me an answer that 20 or more players said in the lobby, then it will also cap at 100. So, those are the rules of the game. So, Inca, to Mark, have a little think about what you want to say. But first of all, to the rest of our lobby players, you have got 1 minute to tell me up to 5 musicals with more than 2,500 performances on Broadway as of the 17th of November 2024. Clive would have been good in this final, is what I was going to say. But this is what I meant when I thought this is probably more Inca's wheelhouse. Not his exact wheelhouse, but possibly more Inca's than any of the others. But it's Mark's geography, because I know he's from that neck of the woods. So let's see how you get on. Answers coming in thick and fast from our lobby players. Maybe give me up to 5. Go for it. Go for some of the obvious ones if you're struggling. 30 seconds to go. So no one has found 5 just yet, but there's a couple of players close. There's a couple coming in. Ralph and Puzzle, Tinsel and Cola have all found 5. Any more for any more? Amy's got 5 now. Vixen, BC have gotten 5. 10 seconds to go. Fetz has got 5. Shapes, Joe, Shadowmane, Silent Marine, Topper. I'm trying it. Jerry, Claire, Silver Electron, Swedish Fartbox, Clive, Sightsin, Ape, Pyro, Vertigo, all finding 5. Very well done, and that is time up. Well, everybody has got at least one answer in the lobby game, which is great. Quite a few of them finding 5. I can tell you now, players in the final, Inca, Toot and Mark, because this is very interesting. Let's keep answers out of chat. I know there haven't been any, but just in anticipation, because of course this is it's a cash game effectively. So really important that we more so than perhaps normal, we keep the answers the chat spoiler free. So do just be careful where you're typing. I can tell you 147 answers have been played in total. 147 correct answers have been given. There is one answer that passes the threshold of the cap, i.e. one answer that 20 or more players gave. And I can also say that there are 5 distinct answers. That is 5 answers that nobody in our lobby game said. Which means there's potential for almost perfect scores to be retained by all 3 players. Not quite, because we'd need 6 distinct answers, but that's a good spread, I have to say, a good spread. So, for every player who said it in the lobby, Inca, Toot and Mark, you will lose 5 points from your total, but if you can find that coveted distinct answer, then you keep your score, which is what you want to do. We're going to start with Inca. Remember, there's 5 distinct answers up here, Inca, and can I have your first answer, please? We're starting with O Calcutta. O Calcutta. I should have read the question again. That's my bad. Musicals with more than 2,500 performances on Broadway as of the 17th of November 2024. I will also say the answers haven't changed since then. I did check a couple of days ago, but the exact numbers might have, but it hasn't changed any of the actual answers. Inca starting with O Calcutta. Is that a correct answer? It's a good start. O Calcutta had 5,959 performances as of the 17th of November 2024. How many people said O Calcutta? Just a 2. You're losing 10 points. You've still got the lead. That is a really good start for you there, Inca. Well played. Not distinct, but pretty good. Just 2 people going for it. We'll move on to Toot. Currently on 240 and in second place. Can I have your first answer, please?
I say hello, Dolly.
Oh, God. Hello, Dolly. Was it Louis Armstrong who did that? He sounds a lot like Louis Armstrong. Hello, Dolly. I know was it Barbara Streisand, I think, was in Hello, Dolly. Has it had more than 2,500 performances on Broadway? Certainly has. How many people said Hello, Dolly? Oh, it's one of the 5. Well played, Toot. You keep your score of 240. It is a distinct answer. Very well played. You're still in second place. Inca's still just ahead of you. But you've both got to give one more answer, so all of that could change. And Mark, your first answer, you're on 225. Can I have your first answer, please? Evita. Evita. Is Evita a correct answer? No, it's not. Evita is incorrect. Has not had more than 2,500 performances on Broadway. And Inca, welcome to the stream. You're just you've been here a while, but it's the first time you've chatted. Let me get the details for you. 1979 on Broadway, and it ran for 1979 to 1983. So even with one show a day, that wouldn't have been 2,500. So unfortunately, Evita not a correct answer. Bad luck, Mark. You're down to 125, but. Still some, could still save some face here. If I could have your second answer, please. Yeah, I know the logic. Wanted to avoid an obvious one. What's your second answer, Mark?
In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came.
The Phantom of the Opera. Is that a correct answer? Yes, that one is a correct answer. 13,981 performances at the time of writing. Hello, Dolly, incidentally, which I didn't say. 2,844 for Hello, Dolly. Phantom, though, 13,981. Is that a correct answer? Yes, it is. How many people said Phantom of the Opera? Quite a few. 16, losing 80 points is not the maximum though. It's not past the answer cap. But Mark, you are going to end up with the bronze medal. But I hope you've had fun. Phantom of the Opera was a correct answer. It's actually the one with the most out of the answers that we've got. 13,981. Toot, can I have your second answer, please? 42nd Street. 42nd Street. Is that a correct answer? Yes, it is. 3,486 performances for 42nd Street. How many people said 42nd Street? It's not another distinct one, but just the 2 people saying it, losing you 10 points there, down to 230. So a bit of pressure on Inca here. He's 25 points clear. So if 6 or more people have said this answer, Inca, then you're going to fall into the silver medal position. However, if it's 5 or fewer people have said it, then the gold medal and the prize is going to be yours. Best of luck, Inca. Can I have your second answer, please? A chorus line. A chorus line. Is it right? Yes, it is. 6,137 performances of a chorus line. Pressure's on, though. If 6 or more people said it, it's too many. 5 or fewer, though, and it's your game. How many people said a chorus line? One singular answer. Baby, that is what I am. Da-da-da-da-da-da. How many people said a chorus line? Just a 3. You lose 15 points. You're down to 240, which means, Inca, you've taken the gold medal, and our first Quizmas champion is going to be you. It's a bronze medal to Mark. It's a silver to Toot. But your first Quizmas champion, the winner of distinction tonight with 240 points in the final, it's Inca! Sorry, I was waiting for the music to line up with the final sting so that it would line up all quite nicely. And didn't it just? One tasty English muffin, baby, that is what I am. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. One tasty English muffin with some raspberry jam. Sorry, it's a How I Met Your Mother joke, but it's very funny. Congratulations to Inca. You are going to win £10 PayPal, Steam, or Amazon. And very, very well played. Claire, welcome to the stream. I know you've been here a while, but first time chatting. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Oh, well, lovely stuff. But there's still 4 distinct answers that nobody said. So let's go through all those answers first of all. Anybody want to guess first of all? Because it'll do them in order of popularity. What do you think? Which one is my favourite? I don't think I've seen any of those. Not all the way through, anyway. I've probably seen Phantom all the way through at some point. I quite like a chorus line of those. Jerry Harris has got it. Yeah, Cats is probably the most popular. Absolutely. 22 players went for Cats. But even if you went for that one, that was the one that had the cap on it, by the way, 22. It still got you 12 points, so it's worth having. After that was Phantom of the Opera, 16 going for that and getting 16 points for it as well. Another one that 16 players went for 16 points is Wicked. 8,160 for Wicked. Cats 7,485 for what it's worth. Carrying on, next most popular answer was Chicago. 15 going for that for 18 points. 11,001, second most second longest performed musical on Broadway. 15 players going for Chicago. Lion King was next for 20 points. 13 going for the Lion King. That had quite a lot. 10,623 for the Lion King. Les Miserables and his orchestra was next. 11 players getting 22 points for that. 6,680 for Les Miserables and his orchestra. I think that's the longest running West End musical, or it was at one point. But Les Miserables and his orchestra getting you 22 points. 10 going for the Book of Mormon, 24 points. 5,015 performances of the Book of Mormon. 8 going for Rent for 26 points. Rent, 5,123 performances of Rent. 7 going for Hamilton for 28 points. One of the lower ones, Hamilton, 3,229, which has since surpassed another one which we haven't got to yet, but I'll let you know when we get there. Avenue Q, 5 players going for that for 30 points. Avenue Q has had 2,534, so only just getting over the threshold, but well done if you got that. 4 players going for Grease for 32 points. Grease having 3,388 performances. A chorus line, which we had 38 points for Ralph Pyro and Cytosin for a chorus line. 3 go for Hairspray for 38 points. I'm Trying to Ape and Silent Marine. Hairspray had 2,642 performances. Miss Saigon, I'm Trying It, Cola and Silver Electron all getting 38 points for Miss Saigon, 4,092. That's a good show. A song played on a solo saxophone. Great song. 2 going for 42nd Street, Vertigo and Shapes. Very well done there. 2 going for the Jersey Boys, Ralph and Ape for another 46 points. Jersey Boys had... I can hear it knocking at the door. 4,642. My Fair Lady. I'm Trying It, and Vixen getting 46 points for My Fair Lady. 2,717 performances. Oh Calcutta we had earlier. I'm Trying It, and Cytosin getting 46 points for that. 1 going for Aladdin. Very well done to I'm Trying It. 52 points for Aladdin. Yeah, that's had quite a few now. Where is it on my list? 3,787 for Aladdin. Fiddler on the Roof, Clive getting that one for 52 points. That's the one that Hamilton has now since surpassed. 3,242 for Fiddler. It hadn't at the time of writing, but it has since. It's the only one on the list like that. So just the 1 going for Fiddler on the Roof, and 1 more singular answer, and it's Jerry getting the Producers for 52 points, 2,502. So only just slipping into the threshold there. So very well done for covering all of those answers. The answers you missed, anybody want to volunteer now that we're the pressure's off? We've already had one of the distinct answers in the shape of Hello Dolly. Anyone want to proffer any others? Ads for Wicked in my Twitch panel. Spider-Man, no. Good guess, but not there. I'll give you 15 seconds to get some guesses in. Oliver, no. Not on Broadway. Tends to be a sort of school productions that do Oliver. Mary Poppins. Yes, Mary Poppins is one of them. It's not the first answer, but Mary Poppins is one. Ben left with the one match. I have done that, but not on Broadway. Cats 2, no. Annie, Anything Goes. Jerry Springer, Kinky Boots. All of those. No, Kinky Boots, I beg your pardon, is correct. I'm going to reveal Beauty and the Beast. No one going for that. Beauty and the Beast has had 5,461. Hello Dolly, which we had from Toot earlier on. Kinky Boots, which was mentioned in chat just now, 2,505. Mamma Mia, the only one that's not been mentioned at all yet. That's had a lot, 5,758 for Mamma Mia. And the final answer, Mary Poppins, 2,534. Whew! A lot of answers to get through, a lot of interesting information there, but hope you all had fun. Let's check in with the VR headset of news one final time. And see what the final scores of the game are. Points will convert into pennies somehow, and hopefully your apps will tell you what they are. Suyu with 88, Sinterklaas with 94, Matt's got 103, Flyboy 118 got your number, Praise got 141, Alistair on 144, Stimson's Angle 148, Silver Electron 150, SJ 152, Puzzle Tinsel 155, Rias 167, Joe 175, Claire on 183, Topper on 185, AB Me 206, Shadow and Vixen both on 213, Fets on 215, Silent Marine 219, Clive 232, Pyro 233, Jerry 239, Jogging 240, Vertigo 252, Amy on 259, Swedish Fartbox on 264, BC on 269, Mark, there's our bronze medalist on 270, tied with Cytosin, Ralph on 275, and into the top 6 scorers, Cola 306, 8307, Shapes 331, I'm Trying It takes the lobby medal with 440, Toot with the silver on 470, and Inca, the gold medalist and champion with 505. He was the gold medalist even if he wasn't leading, as Mark has testified, not leading, not in third, but gets the bronze because of how the game works. But there we go, Sam takes the lobby medal, Mark takes the bronze, Toot takes the silver, but the Quizmas distinction champion and gold medalist of distinction tonight with 505 points, it's Inca! You want to see a Beauty and the Beast musical? It's quite. I mean, there was the Disney remake. It's basically the same as that. Basically the same as the live-action Disney remake. So yeah, it's worth seeing. The university did a sort of a pseudo production of it recently. Oh, look at all those people in the voice chat in the server. Lovely to have you all here. If you want to go join the Discord, by the way, if you're not in it already, pop into the introduction section and send us a little message. Tell us who you are. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so checking in with me admin chat. Right, that's the end of the first Quizmas game. What fun it was. But we've got a supplementary game because it's only 9:20, so time for another game. It's going to be The Escape Artist. It's been written by Quizzle, and I can't stress enough how effusive Lewis, who was the proofer of this game, was about this pack. So you're not going to want to miss it. I've only briefly looked at it when I did the export, but I'm told it's exceptionally good. So The Escape Artist, not on the Quizmas clock, but just for the standard fun. Escape Artist was written by Quizzle, is going to be coming up in a few minutes. I'm going to roll the credits, and then I'm going to put Doggo on cam because he's clawing at the door. But once I've done that, I'll roll some adverts. So if you're not subscribed, you'll see some adverts, but we won't start the next game without you, so don't worry too much about that. But The Escape Artist was written by Quizzle, is going to be coming up in about 5 minutes time, but I'll get the Doggo on the cam first after the credits. Thank you again to Zeus for a lovely first pack of Quizmas. I hope you all had fun with that, and yeah, it's a really, really good start to Quizmas, and it's nice for Zeus, who's won this game so many times. It's nice to have him write for it. So Zeus, I'm not sure you're here tonight, but thank you very much for the question pack, and congratulations to our winners. Hope you've all enjoyed playing Distinction. I'll see you in a couple of minutes for Dogger Cam, and then a couple of minutes after that for Quiz Prison, aka The Escape Artist. Lots of fun still to be had at game night tonight on the first game of Quizmas. Yeah, hope you had fun. See you in a minute. Well, I know I promised you Doggo Cam, but I've opened the door and he's taken himself back to the bedroom. So I guess we'll have Doggo Cam a bit later on. But Yeah, he'll be here. He'll make an appearance, don't you worry. So, that was the first game of Quizmas. It was Distinction as written by Zeus, and our champion was Inca. Inca, I will be in touch on Discord in the next day or two, because I want to try and keep on top of Quizmas this year, because normally I leave it till the end of the season, and then I have to spend like 250 quid in one go, and it's like after Christmas, and it's just shit. So it's really bad. So I'm going to try and do it as we go. Now we know all the prizes are the same, effectively. So I'll chat to you in Discord, but it'll be choice of Steam, Amazon, or PayPal, £10 to you, and I'll get in touch with you. And I'll try and do that tonight. I'll do it as part of my close down. So adverts coming up if you're not subscribed, but Christmas music, Christmas jazz music if you are subscribed. And when we come back, we will be playing Quiz Prison, as written by Quizzul. The things I do with words. Anyway, see you in a minute. Not quite sure if the adverts are finished yet, but I'll just do a bit of vamping. Oh, well, that's perfect timing with the jazz, or that track finishing on the jazz. Continuity is really easy in Quizmas, because I can't really say what's going on, because it's all a big surprise. Other than to say, Ash is currently recovering from QNL, which is why he wasn't here yesterday and why he's not here tomorrow. But Topper's going to be here on Sunday with the third game of Quizmas, which means I've got the second game of Quizmas on Saturday. So I've got 1 and 2. So second game of Quizmas is going to be on Saturday, this coming Saturday, the 7th of December. And there is a supplementary game as well. And a warm-up. So we've got Crossfire to warm up on Saturday, as written by Stimpson's Angle. And we've got Risky Business by Cola as our supplementary game on Saturday. I'm not going to say anything else about the second game of Quizmas. I'm not even going to tell you who wrote it. That's going to be coming up on Saturday, though. So another prize up for grabs, possibly spot prize as well. We'll have to wait and see. But that is going to be this Saturday, the 7th of December, twitch.tv/royal_flush for the second game of Quizmas. And once that's done, I'm just looking at my schedule and thinking, bloody hell, I've only got 4 streams left until the end of Season 16, and then I'm going to have to start thinking about having a break for a week or two. Not quite sure what I'm doing with Season 17 yet. I might have a slightly longer break because I didn't really have a break in between 15 and 16. Well, not one that I wanted to anyway, shall we say. And I know there's been a little mid-season hiatus here, but Christmas is always such a weird time in terms of geography. I mean, I'm off work for 3 weeks from not next week, the week after, so I'm not back at work until the 6th of January, but I know I'm away for a few days the week after next. I'm going to my parents for Christmas itself. New Year, I may be here, I may be elsewhere. There's a lot in the air at the moment. Yeah. Just so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I have got it earmarked to reskin Money Box as requested by Clive and a few others actually seem to suggest that could be a good idea. So that might be a little project I get up to during my Christmas break. So keep your eyes open for Money Box possibly making a comeback in season 17. Right. It's time for Quiz Prison. So hopefully the ads have all now cleared. Keep those raid messages coming in as well. Next week there will be a quiz. I like that from Arden Fets. Inca wins by a boot. Like that as well. So yeah, keep those raid messages coming in, y'all. So this pack has been written by Quizzle, and Lewis was incredibly effusive about the quality of this pack, so I'd strongly recommend you come and play it. As with the other games this evening, you will need the app for it, so do come and make sure you refresh your Universal Controller if you were playing the last game. And yeah, get those answers at the ready, because it's time for Quiz Prison. Welcome to the Escape Artist. And there's 1 pixel of space on the left-hand side that's really annoying me, which I know how to fix, and I have now fixed, but I didn't want to do it during the titles, because otherwise it would have messed everything up. Other quick commands that I can do, come join the Discord. If you're not in the Discord already, you get all the latest information about what's going on in the online world of quiz, and it's just a generally wholesome place to hang out, so do come and join us. So, Escape Artist is written by Quizzle, and of course in the new software I don't actually need my proofing notes on the right hand side because the game debugs them all for me. But I keep them there anyway out of force of habit. Maximum of 39 players in the new software. We did fill the prison, which was... It sort of feels quite symptomatic of this country, actually. The prisons are overflowing. If it's a persistent problem, then I might have to sort of invest some money in the prison system. I.e. put 3 extra cells on either end, maybe. So we'll take it up to 45, which is a bit more manageable. But there's 29 in so far. Bear, do you want to come say hi before everyone goes to prison? Bear, Dexter, here he is. It's Stream Doggo, everyone. Stream Doggo is here. Hello, my baby. Oh, where have you been? I have been peeping. Oh, yes. Hello. Here he is, everyone. He's back. Stream Papa. Yes, I know this is what you're really here for. Oh, who's so gorgeous, Papa? Who is so gorgeous? Who is so gorgeous? You just want my chair, really, don't you? Dancing on ya. Oh, God, I'm losing my headset. Mabaki Fibaba Sidu. It's the circle of life. He says, I'm not a cat, put me down. Right, that was all. We've seen you now. You can go back to bed. Oh, careful. Off you go. Back to bed then. Come on. Off to your bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to your bed. Stand there. Stand there and look dumb. Ugh. Nice doggo. Anyway, there he is. 30 players in the game so far. Room for a few more. Sorry, the code wasn't there. Come join if you want to come play the escape artist. We've got another 30 seconds. Circle of doggo. Stop playing your dog like a bongo. He loves it. He loves the doggy bongos. So alright, so pack for Ben to play include a question about dogs. Yeah, goes without saying really. Specifically spaniels though. Spaniels, hashtag spaniels best dog. Don't have me. Right. Another minute. Have a rabbit called Drongo. Have I ever had a hamster and or guinea pig? My sister had guinea pigs growing up. I had gerbils. Gerbils were the first pets I had when I became a grown up. Never had a hamster. Never had hamsters. I just realised it was a reply to joking. Your Grace is quite correct. Forgive me. Forgive me invading your privacy, Clive. You're quite right. Right, 30 seconds. We've got 31 inmates so far. 31 of you. This means there'll be 11 hisses of gas. That's a refresh. Right, 10 seconds. Hashtag Ben's right to reply. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's lock you in. There you go, 11 spurts of gas. So, this is the escape artist. 31 of you have been seconded into prison. Only one of you can be the escape artist. Potentially none of you. Depends how you fare. In this question pack that has been written by Quizzle and proofed by Lewis. Wish you all the very best of luck. Let's play. Round 1. Round 1 is initiate. You need to answer 5 out of 10 questions. You can't answer more than 5. You must answer 5 before the end of the round if you want to escape. The harder the question, the more points it's worth. And as I've just said, you can't answer more than 5. Once you've answered 5, you'll be locked out and you won't be able to answer any more questions, but you will be through to the next round. Answering correctly, you lose a life. Lose all 3 lives or fail to answer 5 questions before the end of the round and you will be eliminated. No penalties for abstention, so remember you can hang fire if you don't want to answer the current question. The points for the 10 questions and the order they'll be played will be shown at the top. At the end of the round, a bonus point will be awarded for each remaining life. So think carefully before having a guess, because if you do get through, those lives can translate to bonus points at the end. Let's take a look at the batting order of round 1 tonight. Oh, interesting endgame. 10-2-8-9-1. So there might be a few last-minute escapes here, but 8 and 9 in the correct ordinal position there is an interesting precursor to the question 1 at the end. Question 2 in the second half is quite nice. So we've got quite a soft opening, and I'm anticipating there might be 3 or 4 players who escape after the first 5 questions. 6, 7, 3, 4, 5. That feels like a really nice opening, a really nice gentle opening. So RNG's been kind to us there. Oh yeah, 3, 4, 5 order. Well, 5 out of 10 are ordinarily in the correct place. 3, 4, 5, 8 and 9 are all in the correct place, and then 1, 2, 6, 7 and 10 are in the wrong places. 9 and 1 it is a big ending. Let's kind of look at those questions now. Nice. Well, I'm going to wish you all the very best of luck. Remember, 5 questions to escape the round. Let's play. Question number 1 is worth 6 points. Have a look at this. Launched in 2007, Daisy is a perfume by which American fashion designer? Time up. 9 players attempting, 22 abstaining. The correct answer. Mark Jacobs is the correct answer. I have no further notes for you on that. Wrong answers, Chanel and Paco Rabanne. Both of those incorrect, and I cannot condone. Mark Jacobs is what we wanted. Well done if you got that right. That's 6 points. Let's let you back up. Question number 2. This is worth 7 points. If you want to play it, take a look. Jackson Lamb, River Cartwright, and Diana Taverner are characters in which Apple TV Plus series based on the Slough House series of novels by Mick Herron? Bit of a clue in the name if you know. 5 players attempting, 26 sitting out. The correct answer. Slow Horses. The name Slow Horses is a corruption of the phrase Slough House. Jogging going for Severance, not the correct answer, so we cannot allow but the other 4 players getting it right. Well played. Let's let you back up. On to question number 3. Ordinarily correct, worth 3 points. If you want to play it, take a look. 9 got a restraining order of 7 after the eating incident. Nice. Which former undisputed world heavyweight boxing champion lost to YouTuber Jake Paul by unanimous decision in a November 2024 bout streamed on Netflix? Just 3 sitting this one out. 28 attempting it. The correct answer was, of course, Mike Tyson. Lennox Lewis is incorrect, as is Ali. Muhammad Ali is dead, so it wouldn't have been him fighting Jake Paul last month. Mike Tyson is what we wanted. I have no further notes other than to say it was crap. I think that's an opinion rather than a fact from Quizzle right there. I didn't see it myself, but well done if you got that one right. That's 3 points. Let's light you back up. Question number 4 is worth 4 points. If you want to play it, take a look. Rigged, probably. Probably was. Which monthly magazine, founded in 1888, is instantly recognisable by the yellow rectangular border that features on its front cover? "24 attempting this one, 7 sitting it out for 4 points. The correct answer is National Geographic. Yellow Pages is all yellow, I believe, and Time, I think, is black with a red border, I think. So unfortunately both of those are incorrect answers, but everyone else getting the correct answer, National Geographic. Very well played. Let's light you back up. Okie dokie. Are You My Mummy and Stimpson's Angle? You are on your last life, which is why your door has gone red. 1 more incorrect answer and you will be eliminated, so tread carefully. Question number 5, if you want to play it, is worth 5 points. Take a look. Oh, and Ralph, you're 1 away from escaping. Before going solo, Camila Cabello was a member of which girl group formed on the US version of The X Factor? So Camila Cabello, I think I mispronounced that, my bad. Before going solo, Camila Cabello was a member of which girl group formed on the US version of The X Factor? 15 players attempting, 16 abstaining. So just about half for the halfway point question, which feels about right. Camila Cabello. Really? Really, Lewis? Camila Cabello. Well, today I learned. That's the Silent Marine. Today I learned US had an X Factor show. Camila Cabello. Well, es un nombre español. Makes sense. Correct answer was Fifth Harmony, Destiny's Child. No, they came from somewhere else. Little Mix formed on the UK version of the X Factor in 2011, 2010. Fifth Element I've never heard of, and Spice Girls were much earlier, 1990s. Didn't come from a reality TV show. It was more of an application in the paper, I think. So all of those are incorrect answers, but everyone else getting Fifth Harmony. Very well played. Let's light you back up. No escapes yet. Ralph, Toot, Joe has no parole. Amy and Claire, you're 1 away, so any of the next 5 questions and you will escape. Are You My Mummy, Jogging, Stimpson's Angle, and Suyu, you're on your last life, so tread carefully. Nobody yet requiring all of the remaining questions, but take a look at question number 6. It's worth 10 points if you want to play. Have a look. Which Luxembourg village gives its name to the area of Europe where people can travel freely between its member countries, often without having to go through border controls? I'm trying to take I'm trying to take my lead from Clive, who said to me last time we played The Escape Artist, Ben, develop some chutzpah and condone yourself. But this is a case of whether or not, Lewis, those are phonetically plausible. Yeah, it's a phonetic plausibility rather than should I allow it. One of them I feel like is possible, the other one less so. Yeah, do you see what I mean, Lewis? Lewis is in agreement with me. So Lewis is going to have a little thing before I reveal the answer. Yeah, it is BC. Yours is one of them. Yeah, I think that's probably the fairest way of doing it. Probably. I think there's... Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Principally because it's a 10-point question. So there's two answers, which I'll get to in just a minute, that came in as wrong, and I'm not going to mark. Yeah, I think you're right, Lewis. Thank you for... First contentious one that comes up, and I'm needing stuff, but I'm trying to develop it more where I'm just sort of be a bit more dictatorial about it. Which Luxembourg village gives its name to the area of Europe where people can travel freely between its member countries, often without having to go through border controls? And it might be biased because actually I knew the answer to this one. The correct answer is Schengen, the Schengen zone. You may have come across in European Union parlance. The wrong answers from BC and Amy, Schalgen and Schöntgen. They're close, but on discussion with Lewis, we've decided not to allow them. It's a 10-point question, so I think we just got to be a little bit more brutal. But yes, everyone else did get through the spell check. Schengen was the answer we wanted there. 3 players due for escape. No one due for elimination just yet. But Ralph, Toot and Claire, very well done. You are through to the next round. Let's light you back up. Your points will appear on your doors. And it is Toot into the lead with 32, Ralph's in second with 30, Claire in third with 28. So we've got a few more colours up here. Joe, Amy and Bricking a Seal. BRB kicking a seal. Okay. You're one away, one more correct answer and you're through to the next round. Rias, are you my mummy? Trapped, Prey, Jogging and Matt the Prisoner. You need all 4 to escape. And Are You My Mummy? Jogging, Simpsons, Angle and Sue You. You're on your last life, so tread carefully. Bit of respite on this next one. Question number 7 is worth 2 points. Take a look. Jeggings are leggings that are designed to resemble which other item of clothing? Jeggings are leggings that are designed to resemble which other item of clothing? 22 players attempting it, and the correct answer was... it's jeans. I'm not going to accept trousers because they are designed specifically to resemble jeans, and the clue is the J. Trousers, I fear, is too generic. Likewise, joggers is not the correct answer. They're supposed to look like jeans. Tights, no, also can't allow that, and leg warmers, also incorrect. Bias, I'm wearing joggers. Well, I'm wearing jeans. That's what I'm not wearing jeggings, but this is what jeggings are supposed to look like. It is jeans, and I'm not going to accept joggers, trousers, tights, or leg warmers, unfortunately. So that is going to be an incorrect answer. Amy, you have escaped into round 2. We will see you there. Matt the Prisoner, unfortunately, you are our first casualty tonight. You're either out of lives or there's not enough questions left. Either way, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. Yes, as Lewis is saying, it's a portmanteau of jeans and leggings. Amy gets through to the next round on a score of 21. Clive, ABME, Cola, Joe, Pyro, Kicking a Seal, and BC, you're all one away. Any of the next 3 and you're through. Rias, Are You My Mummy? Vixen, Vertigo, Trapped, Prey, Jogging, Puzzle Artist, Jerry, and Not a Number. You require all. Are You My Mummy? Jogging, Not a Number, Stimson, Angle, and Sue You, also on your last life. Sportsy, welcome to the game. They're all idiots anyway. Great to have you with us, mate. Hope you keep it well. On we go. Question number 8, another ordinarily correct question worth 8 points. Take a look. Guarani is the name of both the currency and an official language of which landlocked South American country? 14 players attempting that, 16 sitting it out. Guarani is the name of both the currency and an official language of which landlocked South American country? The correct answer is Paraguay. Wrong answers there: Uruguay, Bolivia, Kenya, Guyana, and Bolivia. All of those incorrect. BRB kicking a seal. You're through to the next round. Very well done. We'll see you there. Unfortunately, Rhea, so you, my mummy, Trapped Prey, Puzzle Artist, Jerry Harris, and Odd Number. You're either out of lives or out of questions. Either way, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. Buggeration, indeed. Only goes through on a score of 30. We have only got a smattering of players left. Clive, ABME, Flyboy, Citus and Cola, Joe, Inca, Mark, Pirate and BC. Any of the next two, or either of the next two, the 9-pointer or the 1-pointer, and you're through to the next round. Top Star, Vixen, Vertigo, Fetch, Jogging, Silver Electron, Stimpsons, Angle, Sportsy and Suyu. You need both. Top Star, Jogging, Stimpsons, Angle, BC and Suyo. You're on your last life. Good luck. Question number 9 worth 9 points. Take a look at this. French painter Berthe Morisot was married to the younger brother of which other artist? It's one of those ones I was really worried I was going to have to do some anti-condoning on this one, but fortunately the answer's only got 5 letters, so if you put Monet, it's marked it as wrong, correctly so. I was worried I was going to have to undo it because the correct answer is the other one. Edouard Manet. Manet was the answer. Morisot was married to Eugene Manet. Disallow Monet. It's what's been written here. Fortunately, the computer's done it for me. Wrong answer is Van Gogh, Monet, Michelangelo, Monet, Van Gogh, Renoir, Monet, Van Gogh, and Monet. All of them incorrect. Inca and Pirate, very well done. You are through. Oh, look at that. The accent over the E is bleeding out of the mesh. That's a problem. I should probably do something about that. Also, the E looks very high on the line, the capital E. It's probably because it's a weird character, actually. It's probably not from the family. Sorry. Inca and Pyro, you're through to the next round. We'll see you there. Unfortunately, Top Star, Vertigo, Fetch, Jogging, Silver Electron, Stimpsons, Angle, Sportsy, BC, and Suyo. Thanks very much for playing, but you're out of questions or out of lives. Either way, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. Clive, ABME, Vixen, Flyboy, Citus and Cola, Joe has no parole, and Mark. You both require all and are one away. So this 1-pointer up for grabs for you. If you can get it right, we'll see you in round 2. Good luck. Here it is. Which country's flag has a red maple leaf in its centre? Eight players attempting it, 7 abstaining. I believe they're the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 who are already through. The correct answer is, of course, Canada. Puzzle artist saying Candana. It's phonetically plausible. You're going to have that. No one else giving me an answer. Remember, if you're eliminated, you can carry on answering. I believe. But yeah, just for fun and for pennies, of course. Canada was the right answer. Let's light you back up, and you've all escaped. Well done. Clyde, ABME, Vixen, Flyboy, Citus and Cola, Joe and Mark all escaping, and at the end of round 1, 15 players escaped and 16 were eliminated, so we're cutting the game by half the number of players, but very well done. If you've got a number on your door, you are through to round 2. It looks like Inca has the lead with 38. For every life you've got left, I'll give you a bonus point, and we're going to move on to round 2. Round 2 is Sustain. In this round, you need to reach the target value in order to escape. The target is set as the highest score, plus 15. I believe that was Inca, who should, I think, unless he lost any lives, be on a score of 41, which means the target is probably likely to be about 56, but we'll find out in a minute. Answer incorrectly, and you lose one of your 3 refreshed lives. If you lose all 3 lives, or if you fail to reach the target before the end of the round, then you are eliminated. As before, no penalties for abstention, but remember, if you run out of questions, you will be eliminated. Unlike in round 1, once you've hit the target, you can continue answering. So once you've escaped, you can keep answering questions, but remember, you can still be eliminated if you run out of lives. We'll give you 2 bonus points for each life you've got left at the end of the round, but remember, you must hit the target before those bonuses are applied in order to escape. It's also a word of warning against guessing once you've escaped, because whilst it might be worth a punt if you've got half an idea, 2 points can be very powerful, and if you get it wrong, you're losing 2 points of bonus. And when you're shooting to get 5 points of a question. So, a couple of things that you need to consider if you've already escaped. Hopefully that all makes sense. Inca is indeed on 41, which means the target will indeed be 56. Inca has the lead, so some of you have got more work to do than others. Inca just needs 3 because every question is now worth 5 points. But everyone can theoretically escape because there are 50 points available in this round. Good luck to you all. Here is question number 1. What is the only letter of the alphabet that begins the English name of more than one planet in our solar system? And that's time. All 15 have attempted. And almost all of them gave you the correct answer, which was M. Mercury and Mars, specifically. S, no, there's only one beginning with S, which is Saturn. But not more than one, unfortunately, Pyro, so we cannot have S. But M was the right answer. Very well played. Let's light you back up. 9 questions left. 45 points up for grabs. Let's take a look at question number 2. The subject of many memes for his casual attire and style, Yusuf Dikeç was part of the Turkish team that won a 2024 Olympic silver medal in which sport? And that's time. Correct answer? Shooting. I've got about a billion different variations, and Flyboy somehow shooting pistol wasn't one of them, but pistol shooting was, so I will allow that. Yeah, shooting. Thank you to Quizzle for providing me with the pronunciation. Surname is pronounced Dikeç, apparently. There we go. Yusuf Dikeç was the Olympic shooter. Well played, if you got that one right, which is everyone in the live game who attempted it, because all 15 did try it. Let's light it back up. 8 questions left, 40 points available. Inky, you're 1 away. Question number 3, take a look at this. Stinktier is the German word for which animal? And that's time. Just one abstention that time. Cola's sitting that one out. Correct answer is a skunk. The name literally translates as stink animal. Got to love the literal Germans, my personal favourite being the German word for slug, which is Nacktschnecke, which means naked snail. That's a good name, Nacktschnecke. Naturwissenschaften is another good German word, and all the other ones where they just compound words together to make them really, really long. Yeah, Naturwissenschaften. Is that natural science? I always knew that was a subject at school, was Naturwissenschaften, was science. Skunk was the correct answer. Inca, very well played. You have escaped into round 3. Which means your door has gone green, but you are still in live play, so if you want to answer any more and extend that score even higher, Inca, the opportunity is yours to do so, but remember, you can still be eliminated if you run out of lives. Let's go on. Question number 4. Dr. Gordon Freeman is the hero of what video game series launched in 1998? And that's time. 12 players attempting this one. Part of the golden age of the first-person shooter. It came out around the same time as Deus Ex and Thief the Dark Project. The correct answer is, of course, Half-Life, set in... Is it Arizona? Black Mesa Research Facility in... Is it Arizona or is it New Mexico? It's one of those. But yes, Half-Life, great game, 1998. The Zen levels were not all that. And then we got a sequel in 2004, Half-Life 2, which surpassed it in literally every single way possible and is still, to this day, one of the greatest games ever made. Very well done. If you got that, everyone who attempted it, 12 players getting it right. Let's light you back up. 6 questions remaining. Ralph Toot, kicking a seal. Is that Oni? I bet it's Oni. Yeah, BRB kicking a seal. And Claire, one more question and you will be through to round 3. Let's take a look at question number 5. Seasons of Love and La Vie Bohème are songs from which Jonathan Larson stage musical? And that's time. The piano is currently set up outside in the corridor, otherwise I'd give you the riff of Seasons of Love. But the correct answer is, of course, Rent. Claire, I will... no, I won't allow hair. Pyro, I will allow Rent. I'm assuming that's a fumble over the N, which is next to the B, but yes, I can see what you meant. Unfortunately, hair doesn't quite pass the plausibility test. Go the wrong way around, yes. 525,600 minutes. The musical, as I'm sure you all know, is inspired by Giacomo Puccini's opera La Bohème. Which was so Rent is all about people suffering from AIDS, I believe. La Bohème, it's basically the same story, but everyone's got tuberculosis instead, or consumption as it was called back then, or TB as it's known these days. Claire getting that one wrong, everyone else going green. Let's light you back up. Toot and Kicking a Seal, you have escaped. But keep answering if you like. Vixen, Ralph, Sights and Pyro, Claire, any of the remaining questions will get you through. Cola, you require all of the remaining questions in order to hit that target. Here's another one for you. Question number 6. Take a look. What relation is Lucius, Paul Mescal's character in the film Gladiator 2, to Maximus, Russell Crowe's character in the original Gladiator? That's time. I need to actually Google something because we've had an over-explainer of a question, which I'll reveal the answer first of all, which is son. Colo has gone and Ralph has got. Both of them have gone for illegitimate son. I haven't seen the film, so I don't know. Unless anyone in the chat has seen it, preferably a proofer. If he is illegitimate, then I will allow it. If not, then I can't. It's one of the rules if you over-explain the answer. Lucius Verus lives under the alias Hanno with his wife Arishat Maximus. Lucius emulates the late legendary gladiator Maximus. And look at Maximus, his sword. Paul Mescal, the grandson of the former Emperor Marcus Aurelius and son of Maximus Decimus Meridius, the protagonist of the first film. It doesn't say illegitimate anywhere, but I haven't seen the film. Would seem so from a quick Google. Thank you, Lewis. We'll have that then. Illegitimate son. Yeah, I've not seen it. I've got I'll tell you what I have got ready to watch: Conclave, which I was going to watch at the weekend, but just never got around to it. So it's a new Ray Fiennes film. Ray Fiennes and Stanley Tucci and John Lithgow. Mark Kermode gave it a big thumbs up. Apparently it's everything Angels and Demons promised to be, but wasn't. Yeah, I'll report back once we've watched that in the next week or two. Notes from Quizzle here. This is historically inaccurate, as is the majority of the rest of the two films, but why let the facts get in the way of a good movie? Quite right. I enjoyed the first Gladiator. I haven't seen the second one yet. Watch Memoir of a Snail, I cried. Memoir of a Snail. Is this an actual thing, Clive? I'm never quite sure. Oh no, it is an actual film. Memoir of a Snail, 2024. Memoir of a Snail. Oh, it's a claymation thing. Australian adult stop motion animated tragic comedy film written produced by Adam Elliott. Cool. I will add that to the list, Clive. Thank you very much for the recommendation. Colo, I've condoned it, so you're not due for elimination. Let's light you back up. You do, however, still require all Vixen, Flyboy, Sights and Pyro and Claire. You're one away. And who's just escaped in that one? Did anyone escape? Someone might have escaped. I don't know. Anyway, you're green if you've escaped. Let's go on. Question number 7. Take a look at this. You are being paid. Good to hear. US rapper Kendrick Lamar shares his real surname with which iconic Coronation Street family? And that's time. 7 players attempting. The correct answer is Duckworth, as in Jack and Vera Duckworth. Butcher is a wronger. Butcher's EastEnders. Pat Butcher, Frank Butcher. Platt, that's Gail and Adam and Sarah Louise and co. James, not the right answer, unfortunately. Jerry in the background going go for the Coronation family. The Coronation is the name of the street, not the family. Yeah. Duckworth was the correct answer. Sightsin, you're due for escape. Very well played. Colo and Mark, you're requiring all 3 remaining questions. AB, me, Vixen, Flyboy, Pyro and Claire, still 1 away. Take a look at this next question, question number 8. Better known by its English translation, the phrase tour pour un pour tour first appeared in an 1844 novel by which author? Forgive my French pronunciation there. 2 pour 1 pour 2. I think it's probably better. 2 pour 1 pour 2. Correct answer, and thank you very much to Quizzle for allowing me to say this is one of my favourite things to say on stream. It is Alexandre Dumas. Alexandre Dumas, translated from the French, it means all for one and one for all, the motto of the Three Musketeers, the book in which it first appears. Cervantes and is the wrong answer. Claire, I can see what you're getting at there. Yeah. Dwams. Yeah, I can see it's a short one, so you just transpose the M and the A, but yeah, I can see what you're getting at, so all good. Yes, all for one and one for all, or one for all and all for one. Count of Monte Cristo. No, not Count of Monte Cristo. Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas was the correct answer there. Cervantes is the wrong answer. Flyboy, you're due for escape. Very well played. Let's light back up. AB Me, Vixen, Pyro, and Amy, one away, either of the remaining two. Clive, Cola, Joe, and Mark, requiring both, and Clive on your last life. You need both, and you're on your last life. So squeaky bum time, Clive. Let's see what you can do. Let's go on to question number 9. The Saffir-Simpson scale is used to measure the intensity of which weather phenomenon? Just getting Lewis to vet some. Oh, Saffir. Thank you, Mark. The Saffir-Simpson scale is used to measure the intensity of which weather phenomenon? The correct answer is hurricanes or hurricanes. Also accepted cyclones. What was not on the condone list was tornadoes, which I think is probably wrong, but I'm just getting Lewis to triple check because a couple of players did put that. Clive going for lightning. Tornado is Fujita. I'm just being told by the man in the box, so we cannot allow tornadoes, unfortunately, AB Me. Lightning is wrong. Wind is Beaufort, I believe, Pyro. Rainbow is not the correct answer. I don't know what that one is coded, but it's not that one. Hurricanes or cyclones was the correct answer. Vixen and Amy have escaped, but Clive and Colo, good hustle, but I'm afraid it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. On to the final question of the round then. AB Me, Joe, Mark, and Pyro. Got to get this one right if you want to get through. Pyro also on your last life, somewhat academic at this point, but yeah, let's get the question right. Good luck. Here it is. In 2020, the Fed Cup, the premier women's team tournament in tennis, was renamed after which former player? And that's time. 11 attempting, 2 abstaining, one of whom was Pyro, which means you're going to be eliminated as a matter of course, my dude. Bad luck. The correct answer was Billie Jean King. Billie Jean King. I have no further notes for you on that. Mark going for Everett, and Joe has no problem for Steffi Graf. I'm afraid you're both going to be eliminated on a score of 59, as is Pyro, who did not give us an answer there. AB Me, you did manage to get the correct answer there, Billie Jean King, and you're going to hit that target and you get through to round 3. But unfortunately, for Joe, Mark, and Pyro, I'm afraid it's the end of the round. It's the end of the road, and it's lights out. So, 10 players have escaped, 5 were eliminated. We started with 31, we dropped to 15, and now we have just 10 players left for the Escape Artist Final. Toot, Oni, Inca, Amy, Citizen, Ralph, Claire, AB Me, Vixen, and Flyboy. For every life you've got left at this point, we're going to give you a bonus 2 points, and we're going to go to round number 3. And round 3 is Survive. You must outlast all other players. The first player to answer correctly restarts the clock and sets a drain running on all remaining players. Stop the drain by answering the question correctly. If nobody answers the question correctly in 15 seconds, all players will lose the maximum for the question. Lives have been replaced with refires. What this means is that they'll allow you to attempt the question more than once. Once they're exhausted, only your first answer will be accepted. You may attempt every question once for free. This is very important. So even if you've no idea, have a guess. A lot of these questions, actually, it's worth pointing out, are sort of workoutable rather than direct trivia. So sometimes it could be worth a guess. So you might as well attempt it once. After that, think about considering using your refires. If you exhaust your points, you are eliminated from the game. When only one player remains, they will be declared the escape artist. So, we'll start with a drain rate of 1 point every 3 seconds after the first correct answer comes in, up to a maximum of 5, which is what you'll all lose if nobody gets the question right. Inca has the lead with 87, Toots just behind on 86, and then it is Cytosin on 76. Pretty close scores. No one's dropping below 60 at the moment, so much to play for. Inca and Toot with commanding leads. Let's see how you get on. Good luck. Here's question number 1. The 100th day of a calendar year falls in which month? Inca by a whisker getting the first correct answer in there. Refis are available, remember, if you don't get it right first time. Nice easy one to start. 10 players attempting it, and 10 players getting the correct answer of April. Cytosin taking 2 attempts together, going March first and then April. Yeah, it's April the 10th in a non-leap year and April the 9th in a leap year. So everybody getting that right, and that's good. Like that. And let's light it back up. Inca's got 87, Toot's got 85, Cytosin on 75, Ralph on 74. Kicking a Seal also on 74, Flyboy on 68, Vixen 67, Claire 64, Amy 62, AB Me 61. Still very, very close. Let's go on to question number 2. 2 of the 3 countries in the world where usual English short name contains the word South are located on which continent? I think I rather ballsed up reading that question. 2 of the 3 countries in the world whose usual English short name contains the word South are located on which continent? AB Me was the first to get there. There were a couple of refires that came in there. Ultimately 10 players attempted, and the correct answer was Africa. Cytosin going Asia, Vixen going America, choosing not to refire, so they're going to have lost the maximum drain rate of 5. Or rather, Vixen did refire, but went Europe first and then America. South Africa and South Sudan are the 2 countries. The other is South Korea. Second Toto reference, nice. Yeah, South Africa and South Sudan, both on the continent of Africa. Vixen Europe and then America, both incorrect. Cytosin going for Asia and choosing not to refire. Inca going Asia and then Africa, getting it on a refire. Everyone else getting it on their first attempt. Very well done. Let's light it back up. Toot and Inca now tied at the top with 85. Ralph and Kicking a Seal now tied in second with 74. Cytosin drops to third, 5th player, but 3rd position with 70. Flyboy on 67, Claire 64, Vixen 62, AB Me 61, Amy now on 60. Let's go on, question number 3. The professional surname of what man, born in Hungary in 1874, is the title of both a 2023 hit for Dua Lipa and a 2024 hit for Eminem? Not that one, AB Me. Good guess as any if you don't know. 9 players attempting it. The correct answer is Houdini. Houdini, which I don't have any more notes for. Also accepted Eric Weiss, which is his actual given name. It's a bit early for Rubik. Only Erno Rubik is still alive at this point, so he wouldn't have been born in 1874. But yes, Houdini is the answer. AB going for Stan, which is as good a guess if you don't know, but not the answer. Everyone else other than AB Me and Oni getting Houdini. Very well played. Let's light it back up. Toot now with the lead, 85 to Inca's 84, obviously answering a little quicker on the previous question. Ralph cements 3rd place with 73, Kicking a Seal drops to 4th with a very nice 69. Flyboy on 66, Cytosin 65, Claire 64, Vixen 61, Amy 60, and AB Me 56. Still pretty close. We're going to up the drain rate 1 point every 2 seconds up to a maximum of 7 points. Let's take a look at question 4. The name of which two-dimensional shape derives its name from a child's toy, which in turn derives its name from a bird of prey? Inca's starting the clock this time. Toot's going to complain it's Matt's tangential. 7 players attempting, only 5 green lights up there, 3 abstaining altogether. The correct answer is kite. Name of which two-dimensional shape derives its name from a child's toy, which in turn derives its name from a bird of prey. It is kite. ABME going trapeze, Vixen going falcon, and everyone else getting the correct answer, kite, on their first attempt. What are birds? We just don't know. Very well played. If you got that one right, let's light you back up. Inca back into the lead with 84. Toot slips into second with 78. Ralph in third with 72. Oni's got 68. Flyboy on 66. Claire 59. Sighterson 58. Vixen 54. Amy 53. ABME 49. On we go. Next question. Well-known film characters that were first played by Harrison Ford in 1981 and Renee Zellweger 20 years later share what surname? Toot starting the clock on this one. And that's time. 9 players attempting, 1 abstention. Only 8 green lights up there, which means I think Inca getting that one wrong. Correct answer was Jones. Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark and Bridget Jones in Bridget Jones's Diary. ABME going solo first and then getting Jones on the refire. Inca going Kelly. Not the correct answer. Everybody else getting the correct answer, Jones, on their first attempt. Well done. Let's light you back up. Another change at the top. Toot back into the front by a point on 78. Inca's second on 77. Ralph has 69. Nice. Oni's got 65. Flyboy and Claire both on 59. Vixen and Sightson both on 53. Amy's got 52. ABME on 45. One more question at this drain rate, and then we're going to up it again. Take a look at question number 6. The 2 largest members of the cat family share their names with professional sports team from which US city? Toot starting the clock, Inca right behind. From which US city? And that's time. Correct answer is Detroit. Vixen going Panther. Flyboy going Tiger. Sightson going Lion and then Seattle, getting the question on the refire, but still incorrect. Amy going Jacksonville and then Detroit. Kicking Seal going SA and no others. But Claire, Inca, Toot, Ralph and ABME all getting the correct answer. You've got to read the question. Read the question carefully. A few players stumbling into traps. Remember, you have got refires. If you attempt it once and it's wrong, read the question again and maybe have another go. You could prevent some of that drain that's happening. 6 players getting the correct answer of Detroit. The teams, the Detroit Tigers and the Detroit Lions from MLB and NFL respectively. So Tigers and Lions were in the answer, but we were after the city, which was Detroit. Let's light back up. Toot still a point ahead of Inca, 78 and 77 respectively. Ralph now on a very nice 69. Oni's in 4th with 58. Claire has 53. Flyboy 52. Vixen and Sightson and Amy all on 46. ABME's got 41. Up in the drain rate, 1 point every second, up to a maximum of 15 points now. So clocks are going to start ticking a bit faster if you don't get the first correct answer in. Good luck. Here is question number 7. Which animated series, first aired in 2013, would be called Sanchez and Smith if the title characters' surnames were used instead? It was a Ralph starting the clock there. And that's time. 8 players attempting, 2 abstaining. Was it as early as 2013? Rick and Morty was the answer. Everyone who attempted it getting it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lights indeed. Yes, Rick and Morty was the correct answer. And no further notes on that one. Well done. Let's start you back up. It can't be. Was it really 2013? Flipping heck. Was there a big gap in the middle? It's only had 7 seasons. It was the end of 2013, I suppose. And then there was a year's break, which I suppose is fairly standard. God. time just does weird things. I really didn't think it was that early. I thought it was like 5 years ago, which of course doesn't make sense because they like to have big gaps in between seasons, and it's on season 7. Sorry, I've just seen your messages there, Lewis. Oh, hello, Shapes. And goodbye, Shapes. Welcome to the game. Immediately getting locked in, closing down the gap between Rias and Flyboy there. Two's got 78, Inca's got 77, Ralph has 69, Oni's got 53, Claire on 52, AB 46, Vixen 42, Sideston 41, Flyboy 37, AB Me 26. This point's starting to tick down a bit faster now. 15 points is the maximum drain and 1 point per second. Let's go on to question number 8. That's good, isn't it, Joe? Excluding any starting with a number, the name of which of the 66 books of the King James Bible comes first alphabetically? Ralph is the one to start the clock. All clocks are on. Tutor's got there now. Inca's got there now. A few wrong answers coming in. 9 attempting it. Quite a few wrong answers coming in there. May have been some refires as well. Excluding any starting with a number, the name of which of the 66 books of the King James Bible comes first alphabetically? Great question, this. The correct answer: Acts of the Apostles. We also accepted Acts on its own. Ralph starting the clock with Acts there. Exodus, Apocalypse, not right. Abraham, Inca going for Amos, and then finding Acts on a refire. Esther, Abraham, all incorrect answers. A lot of points being lost there. Let's light you back up and check in with the scores. Acts of the Apostles was the correct answer. Two's got the lead, 2 points ahead of Inca. Toot on 74, Inca on 72. Ralph hanging on to his nice 69. And then we've got a bit of a gap down to Claire on 39, Oni on 38, Amy on 31, Vixen 27, Sideston 26, Flyboy 22. AB Me becomes the first player to go red in peril below that 15-point mark, currently on 11. You must get this one right, AB Me. If you get it wrong, or your points will drain and you will be eliminated. Let's go on. Question number 9. The 3 letters used for Roman numerals that are also single letter symbols for chemical elements add together to give what total? Inca's got there. Clock's on. Pressure. It took him a minute, but he's got there. No one else has got there yet. This could be a big swing. Toot has got there on a maths question of all things. Claire's there now as well. AB Me is out of points. That's a question for some swings there. Goodness me, it took him about 13 seconds, but he got there and put the pressure on everyone else as they started to watch their points tick away. Whew. Told you it was a good pack. Well, I do. You told me it was a good pack, Lewis. Sorry, I hadn't realised who said that. Yeah. Good question. The 3 letters used for Roman numerals that are also single letter symbols for chemical elements add together to give what total? The correct answer is 106. RTFQ warning needed pre-question. C, which is carbon, which is 100. V for vanadium, which is 5. And I for iodine, which is 1. 100 plus 5 plus 1 is 106. Let's just read the stats here. Toot going 16 originally and then getting the answer of 106. Inca did get 106 first time. Claire also going 16 and then 106. Ralph going 601. So transposing the numbers there, AB Me 56, Vixen 15, Flyboy 105, so off by 1. Sideston 56 and 65, Amy 101, Oni 31 then 26. All of those incorrect answers. Very well done to Toot, Inca and Claire, particularly to Inca for getting it first time and starting that clock in the first place. Big drains, particularly for AB Me. Good hustle, but unfortunately it's the end of the road and it's lights out. And now you've all gone red. 1 point every 0.5 seconds up to a maximum of infinity, which means basically if no one gets this question in 15 seconds, your clocks will all start, and they'll all start ticking down until somebody gets it right. If you don't get it right, we'll keep counting them down until you run out of points. The only way to stop the countdown is to get the question right. Inca's got the most time to play with. If Inca is the first one to answer this question correctly, he wins by default. Anyone else answering, then it becomes a race to find the correct answer in time. And this is a banger of a question to finish on. Still anyone's game. Hopefully you've got some refis left, because you may need them. Let's find out. Good luck. Here's question number 10. Did happen last time. Hoping to avoid it this time. A common 8-letter compound word for an outdoor waterproof garment is an anagram of which European language? Which European language? Ralph is there. Pressure on. Amy's got there too. Pressure's on Toot and Inca. Toot's dropped below. Inca's dropped below. Oh my god. What an upset. Claire's out of points. Toot, Inca, you've still got refires. Can you get there? Save yourselves. What a twist. Inca's got there now. Does save himself. Toot, are you going to be locked in? You are. What a twist. Big twist ending there. The best sort of twist ending. We had a player who was mid-tabled, who managed to start the clocks and then got to sit back and gleefully watch as those points of those leading players tick down and down and down. Wow. Amy the second to get there, and Inca finally managed to get the answer before draining, but not before he had lost his lead. The correct answer is Croatian. I saw quite a few players in the lobby game typing raincoat. We were after the language. The word was indeed raincoat, which is an anagram of Croatian, but we were specifically after the language. You must read the question, particularly at this point of the game. Very quick thinking indeed from Ralph. Yes, he's turned the tables on you a bit there, Inca, but a great hustle from you all the way. Does mean Vixen, Flyboy, Toot, Sightson, Kicking a Seal, and Claire, you've got to see all 30 questions, but unfortunately it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Which means after 3 rounds and 30 questions, we have got 3 surviving players. Inca, leading for the majority of the game, is just usurped on that question 30 by a sneaky move from Ralph there. Finishes on 19. We'll get to keep his light on, but stay behind bars. Amy, congratulations to you as well. No medal, unfortunately, because that is an honour reserved just for the escaping player, but you do get to keep your light on, which can't be said for the other 28 or so players in this game, so huge congratulations on surviving. But the biggest congratulations of all have to go to Ralph, finishing on a score of 54. You get to break free. Congratulations, Ralph. You are the escape artist. Electricity is for closers. Indeed it is. Good games, everyone. Good games indeed. So, Inca and Amy get to keep their lights on. Everyone else in the dark. And I am spilling wine. Highly, highly embarrassing. Have I got a... Oh, bollocks. Have I got a... I don't think I've got a... Sorry, I'm going to have to get a piece of kitchen towel before I wrap. Ugh. Oh, how embarrassing. Well, can I extend my thanks to Quizzle? Lewis wasn't wrong. Absolutely smashing game of the escape artist there. It had everything. It had drama, it had intrigue, it had RTFQs, it had last minute turnarounds. Oh, just lovely stuff. And Lewis, thank you very much for proofing it and for being my second opinion as ever. Ralph, many congratulations. You are the escape artist. Let's take a look how you got on in total. Those pennies should now have been written to the drive, which is good, and hopefully reflects on your app as well. Is it times 10? It feels like a times 10 sort of game. Where's pennies? Gameplay pennies. 20. Times 20. Nice. So, however many questions you got, times it by 20, that's how many pennies you'll get. So, Toot, with 22 questions correct, you're going to get 440 pennies, I guess. Likewise, Inca. Lovely stuff. Pre-roll ads are on. Oh, it's a good thing stream is wrapping up then, isn't it? I'll come back to the camera just to wrap things up, but great hustle all round. Lovely stuff. Thanks again to Quizzle for a smashing pack, and many congratulations to Ralph. You are the escape artist. Well, it's been quite a return, I have to say. Absolutely tip-top night this evening. Really great stuff just all the way through. Incredibly high-quality trivia and really fun, dramatic scenes here at Game Night on the first game of Quizmas. Thanks to 8Minky for writing Battlefront way back at the front of the stream, to Zeus for the first game of Quizmas Distinction, and to Quizzle for writing that game of the escape artist right there. It's been an absolute belter, and I've missed it. I really have. And I was only been away for 2 weeks, but I've really missed it. So it's great to be back, and thank you all for coming back. Thanks for all the subs and bits at the beginning of the stream as well. Really very kind of you. And I am now back for the run up to Christmas. So 4 more streams, Saturday, Thursday, five more streams, including Saturday. I'm going to be back on Saturday with the second game of Quizmas. No Ash this week because he's on recovery mode from QNL. But go and give him a follow anyway, because Quizmas is not just all about me. Ash is going to be here Wednesdays and Fridays for the next 3 weeks. Not tomorrow, but from next week, with another third of the Quizmas output. And Topper is going to be here from Sunday with his third of starting this Sunday with his third of the Quizmas output as well. Lots to look forward to. 16 games in total. We've had one, and it was won by Inca. Couldn't quite do the double tonight, Inca, but a great hustle all the same. And I'll get in touch with you about your prize. Like I said, Quizmas prizes all up for grabs over the coming streams. So if you've got to be in it to win it though, so do come back for even more festive fun as the Quizmas season continues, and it continues with me this Saturday with the second game of Quizmas. Topper's going to pick up the third game on Sunday. Ash then has the fourth game on next Wednesday, and I'll be back, of course, next Thursday, picking up with the fifth game of Quizmas from there. We'll go from there. So continuity is so easy at Quizmas. It's just go and watch the other people who are also doing Quizmas stuff. So yeah, this Saturday's Crossfire to kick off. There's Risky Business as the supplementary game, and of course the second game of Quizmas, which will be our feature appearance this coming Saturday. And then next Thursday, if you're just here in the week, it's going to be the fifth game of Quizmas. Any supplementary games? Actually, it's worth my pointing out, actually, Quizmas number 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Quizmas number 5. I don't know why it says number 6 on my show, so it's number 5, I think. 5, and then 6, and then that should be 7. Oh, God, my numbers are all out. I'm going to have to go check those in a minute. Yeah, Quizmas number 5, which is next Thursday, is actually the first game of the stream. So next Thursday, I've got Hacker in the middle. By 8Minky, and then Data Leak as the supplementary game by A Run. But the Quizmas game, there's no warm-up, so sort of 5 past 10 past 8, we're going to be starting Quizmas number 5. So next Thursday, make sure you're here on time, because Quizmas is at the very front of the stream without even a warm-up. So make sure you're here for that. But Saturday in the interim, we've got Crossfire to warm us up before the second game of Quizmas. It's going to be huge fun. It's going to be a brilliant end of the season, and a brilliant Quizmas season in general. I hope that you'll join me for it. I've had a smashing time tonight. It's great to be back with you all. We are going to go and raid. We were going to raid Nico, but he's just finished, so we're going to go and raid Flage instead. Flage in Lounge, who is speedrunning GTA Vice City as he always does. And we are going to say that one. Neither young nor a Tory. And that's from the Lupine 1. That's going to be our raid message. And I'm going to give the Lupine 1 100 pennies for suggesting that. 100 pennies award to the Lupine 1. I will cash in the other pennies in just a moment as well. Thanks all for coming back. I know it's a bit funny when people go away, but thank you for coming back to join me. It's been a great night, and I will probably not wear this jumper on Saturday. I'll wear one of my other ones. It's been great fun. You have been watching the first game of Quizmas with me, Royal Flush, at Game Night. It's great to be back. And until next time, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And I will see you on Saturday. Until then, take care. Peace out and good night.
take the balcony, you get the roof.